What is up, YouTube? Today I'm doing a little bit different video. This is kind of a pretty relaxed, laid back video. I'm talking about some things that I'm hoping they include for Madden NFL 21 and some of the bigger issues with Madden NFL 20. Now, this is my personal opinion. This is not based off any gameplay or anything that they brought out for us. It's just simply what I'm hoping for Madden 21. Now, as we know, and we can move on from this, okay? I don't care about the run game or any of that stuff at this point. We know that the run game was very tough to stop this year. We saw that Joke won the MCS, the Madden Bowl, which is purely running and a QB, a tin cap QB, and a punter at QB. So clearly, the run is very overpowered. We get that. Move on. It's May. Who cares? The biggest issue with Madden 20. There's a couple things, but consistency is the number one in my opinion. I don't care about AI recognizing plays. FIFA I think they have that right now, and all these pro players are like, you guys don't want it. AI consistency, AI recognition is not what we need for this game. Consistency is what we need. If I have run defense, like for example, D-Croft, all these other players, including myself, we've been running 3-3-5 wide. Really simple defense, just press, spread D-line, slant down, and it's aggressive run defense because you're spying both safeties. The problem is some games it'll work, and this goes across the board for all. I'm going to mute my phone real fast. This goes across the board for all run defenses. Whether you run 3-4 odd, whether you run 3-4 bear, 3-4 even, not really too much of run defense, but you guys get the point. I'm sure you've noticed this in-game. Consistency just makes my heart break every single time. If I go into practice mode, or if I go into games and I've labbed this one run defense, like my cover 2 sync out of 3-4 odd, if I've labbed that a shiz ton against different formations, I know the adjustments for each of them, and one half it works, maybe 3/4 it works, but then all of a sudden the fourth quarter, they're not doing anything different. They're running the same play, same stretch, I-form close, tight, single back, deuce close, strong, whatever the formation may be. I know adjustments to counter those, but one quarter, all of a sudden, my run defense isn't working, even though the past 3 quarters it has. It's not that the blocking, let's make this clear, okay? It's not that the run blocking is OP. It's obviously because of pursuit angles and how bad they are, but then going back to consistency, I don't know what changes mid-game that all of a sudden my linebackers that I know are supposed to shoot the gap and will shoot the gap just all of a sudden are just like, there's 2 blockers right here, okay? So you got the A gap for the middle linebacker or the outside linebacker or whoever to shoot through. You've labbed this run defense. All of a sudden, the linebackers kind of shift their hips inside, and your middle linebacker or whoever, maybe your safety even, is all of a sudden just getting stuck on the lineman and not allowing him to get a clean shot at the running back. And that's your run defense. You rely on that to be able to get in the backfield. Consistency, again, it's an issue. Same thing with zones. Let's talk about cloud flats, for example. Cloud flats, they will occasionally play crossers, posts, but not always. Not always. The same thing can be said for outside thirds or outside quarters. Sometimes they'll play them, but not always. If you streak it, especially, they won't play it. So it brings the point across how inconsistency can ruin a game. I'm sure D-Croft probably labbed that 3-3-5 wide for Joke. In fact, him and Joke play each other quite a bit, it sounds like. I'm not sure if this is true or not. Maybe you guys can let me know if you're friends with D-Croft or Joke. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But what the announcers were saying is that those two do lab together, and I'm assuming D-Croft probably labbed this 3-3-5 wide till the cows came home, and it looks like the cows never came home, to where he knows what he needs to do. He's doing some unique stuff like shifting his D-line. That's stuff nobody else has ever done before. That's something only D-Croft was doing. So obviously he must have known something that everybody else didn't. And so it showed in that game, 3-3-5 wide all of a sudden wasn't working. For what reason, nobody knows. But the most aggressive run defense in the game wasn't working, which, given I don't think it should work. In fact, I don't think it should work whatsoever. If you're going against a 2 tight end set and you have the nickel corner on the weak side, it definitely shouldn't work. You should be getting a ton of yards off that every single time. So that's not the issue I have with it. The issue I have with it is inconsistency. Again, you guys could be hearing that word a lot in this video. Inconsistency, consistency. just overall, you never know what's going to happen when you go into a game. You may be in practice mode for a full week, like a full 40 hours at the beginning of Madden 20. You may have done that at the beginning of Madden 20 and go into Madden 21. You may do that again. But those things that you practice, those adjustments that you've practiced, those adjustments that you set up to counter one specific play or one formation, you've learned like, hey, these certain adjustments really shut down gun bunch, trip side, and whatever it may be, split close. I don't know. We're going to be going against it at this point. Near close flex even. All of a sudden, those adjustments that you have used in many other games working, for the most part, occasionally you may get fluke or cheated or whatever. All of a sudden, this game you're in, those same exact adjustments being ran against these same exact plays, same exact formation, playbook and all, players included, it just doesn't work. For whatever reason, some may call it DDA. I don't know. I don't really have enough information to actually even back up if DDA is a thing or if it's just something the community's made up. But all of a sudden, it doesn't work. So again, that leads me to the issue of consistency. So for Madden 21, honestly, my only thing I want to see is consistency. It's not that run defense is non-existent. It's that one game it can be shutting down the run completely, but then the next game it doesn't work, as even though you're going to get the same formation, same play, same personnel that you have on defense, and it doesn't work. For whatever reason, I don't know why. That's just is what it is. Now, Madden 20 is over. The competitive season's over. MCS is done. Madden Bowl was the grand finale. Joke won at 17-zip. His defense was phenomenal. If you guys want to know how he's running his defense, you can check out the video before this one about things that he was doing, or actually it might be 2 videos before this, depending on when this is posted. Anyways, it'll be a couple of videos before this, more than likely. You guys will be able to find it. But he was playing lights out defense, and his defense that game was playing consistent. It was working as probably what I would assume how he was planning on it working. And so again, you never know what this game is going to bring. So I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts about Madden 21, what I hope they address. Of course, pursuit angles are... they're that bad. Pursuit angles are at an all-time low, especially when it comes to AI user. The user needs to be buffed in certain situations and nerfed in others. With that being said, it needs to be buffed to where the A button, they'll actually tackle him. Like, my freaking chest could be right against his butt, or my crotch could be right against his butt. Let's go there. And my guy can't reach his hands out to just wrap up and tackle him. Instead, we have to either, well, you can't dive with the X button because that doesn't work, but we have to flick down on the right analog stick to get that hit stick, I don't even know, tackle, what you can call it, because the A button doesn't work. Yeah, now the A button, maybe it will work if you come in like at a 90-degree angle, or even like, I don't know what angle this would be, something like that. Come in like that. Of course, the conservative tackle would work, or if you're going head on, it'd work. But if you're coming from behind, like this is the receiver, this is the ball carrier, this is you right here, you're trying to catch behind you, like right there, you're literally right on his butt cheek, and you can't grab him because the A button does work. That needs to be buffed big time. Conservative tackles need to be a thing, especially if we're going to be dealing with human joystick. I need to be able to tackle him. Human joystick is the most annoying ability to deal with. Next, speed. This is one thing that drives me nuts. For example, if we're going against a Tampa 2 or cover 2 sync, we'll talk about this a little bit later in the video, is speed boosts. When you click on, you get a speed boost. I don't care what kind of argument you make, you get a speed boost if you click on to a defender. That should not be the case. You should not get any speed boost. The acceleration and the speed should be a huge factor and should just work just the same as if you were to catch the ball, turn upfield, and accelerate. You shouldn't be getting a speed boost if you click onto a linebacker or safety at corner. Okay, heaven forbid, Lord forbid that you click onto a D lineman. Please don't be a D line user. But you should not be getting a speed boost regardless of what zone you are in. Next, and this is my final point, this is the biggest thing that I don't understand how it even works, is baseline press. Now, a lot of people, like what they like to do, well, there's 2 things with this, is baseline show blitz all linebackers out of a cover 4 drop show 2. Now, if you guys are playing MUT, those guys on the outside quarters are going to react to flats. Those guys on the outside quarters are going to react to the flats insanely quickly. Now, it may just be giving up 5 yards, maybe 4 yards, 6 yards, but nonetheless, you guys get the point. A deep zone should not be playing a flat like that. Even if it's a high zone, high speed, high acceleration, high agility, a guy that's on an outside third should be dropping back deep and have nothing to do with the flats. This is a huge issue. If you have a high zone going against a guy that has slow speed and bad route running an out route against the cover 3 baseline, even shaded underneath, you should be able to hit that without worries of that outside third jumping the ball or letting you only get 3-4 yards. You should be able to hit that, turn upfield, and go downfield. That's a big issue. The other one is streaks. This talks about baseline press. I know everybody knows what I'm talking about with this. Baseline press, cover 4, drop show 2. If you go to a 2x2 set, baseline press is misaligned. It doesn't align at all to the outside receivers. And so realistically, what should happen is, let's say you got Tyreek Hill on the outside, all right? So you're in a spread set, or even 5 wide. You got Tyreek Hill running a streak, and you got, I don't know, who's a fast corner. But let's just go Stephon Gilmore. Jalen Ramsey, Stephon Gilmore. I don't really care. Let's say they are on a baseline press. So this is Tyreek Hill right here, okay? In a baseline press, even if cover 4, cover 2, cover 3, doesn't matter the zones, cover, or even cover 0 or man, straight cover 2 man. Baseline press will put the defender right here. So you think about it, the defender's like this, the receiver's like this. There's clearly not going to be any kind of press reaction behind it. And so the receiver should just take off downfield. And what has to happen with the defender is the defender has to rotate. So essentially what's going on is like that, if that makes any sense. When the defender, he may be doing a little bit of back pedal, but he should still be burned as he's going downfield because there is no press happening. Now, it's different if they just do a straight press, non-baseline. The problem is in MUT, and this is really just MUT. Regs and franchise, you can bomb over the top fairly easily. But in MUT, if you baseline press, so again, this is the defender, this is the receiver, so we're in a 2x2 set or even 5 wide. If you baseline press, so we got a misalignment to begin with, but because he has 99 speed, 99 zone, 99 agility, and you have a 99 speed, 99 release, and 99 acceleration or whatever on this receiver, all of a sudden in this baseline press, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. The receiver gets a clean release, but then it's like all of a sudden he just like turns immediately, is able to run full stride with him. Now, it may look like he has a couple steps, but because you're able to shade over the top, what that defender may do, again, going back to this reference, he may be able to turn his hips, and he may be like a couple steps behind, 2 steps behind. But with the wind-ups this year, if you don't have Gunslinger especially, you're going to throw a pick. I don't care what you think, who it is, you're throwing a pick. If it's a baseline press, cover 4, cover 3, shaded over top, you're throwing a pick if they have no speed differential between the two. If they're equal speed, yeah, it shouldn't work like that. I don't know why they think it is like that, but baseline press, a defender has to turn his hips. I don't care how high of an agility he has, how high of an acceleration, or how high of speed, man coverage, zone coverage, whatever it may be that affects this. That should not happen. Tyreek Hill going against somebody that has like 99 versus 99 speed, he still has to turn around, and Tyreek Hill should be long gone because he has no press, clean release, and he's the fastest guy in the league when we're talking about NFL. Nobody's going to be not pressing or not aligned with him and running stride for stride. That's not how it should play. So these are all my biggest gripes about Madden 20, consistency being the number one thing, and the baseline press being probably the second most important thing behind it. Let me know in the comment section some of your thoughts going forward towards Madden 21. What are some things you hope to be fixed? If you think run blocking is OP, that's your opinion. I don't think the run blocking is the issue. I think it's the pursuit that are the issue, and the consistency with your defense that causes these issues. But let me know your thoughts, what you want to look forward to in Madden 21. These are some of my thoughts. And yeah, I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. It's crazy. I'm cool. Like, I don't even know how to describe the excitement to realize that we're closing in on 1K so quickly. It is insane, man. Insane. So that's going to take care of this video. One final reminder, if you guys want to be able to support the channel, check out the link in the description for this shirt. I know I wear, this is my favorite shirt, hands down. For this shirt and a couple others, as well as a review on the headset. This by far is probably the best headset out there for budget wise. It's amazing. So anyways, that's going to take care of this video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more tips, money plays, blitzes when Madden 21 comes out. And until next time, get in the loud. This has been T Meister. See ya.